And here we go, here we go. That's your boy Mark, and I got a little something that's on my mind. Y'all know how we do. When you see me, I'm probably telling you something that's on my mind. So the latest case that we got going on is driving me crazy. Is this poor young lady, and I'm calling her poor, but she's really not poor anymore, because she won $188 million, right? But anyway, we all know she's already been going through her troubles and whatnot with the boyfriend, with the baby daddy, whatever you want to call it. And now, the little lady, she faced with her pastor suing her for $10 million. Can you believe this? The pastor is suing this woman for $10 million. Uh, Talk about kicking somebody when they're down. I just don't understand. I just don't understand. Let me look at this article right quick so I can get to the point that trips me out. Right. Her first problem was confessing that she was going to pay her tithes to this church. Um, that was the beginning of our problems. As you read the article, let me get to the good point. Let me get to the good point. I mean, look at this, man. They claim that she's already spent $21 million just on bailing out her boyfriend. Anyway, let's see. This pastor is alleging that he deserves a share of this $127 million because of a verbal contract, right? This dude's claiming that this contract is worth $1.5 million. Now let's stop right there. If y'all did have a contract and it was worth $1.5 million, then why are you suing this woman for $10 million? These fools be greedy, man. Just greedy for no reason. Greedy for no reason. So supposedly this $1.5 million was supposed to buy some land, act as a home for some sort of retreat, right? Looks like he claims he went over there a couple of times to minister all of a sudden. Now, you probably never even saw the woman before when she was in the trailer park, but now all of a sudden now you want to go minister all the time. But anyway, the dude is claiming, come on now, the dude is claiming that he's suffering from mental distress, emotional distress, and all kind of stress over Miss Holmes allegedly reneging on her verbal promise to give him $1.5 million. This is just pitiful. This is just pitiful. I was going to a church one time, and it's funny, right? Because the first thing they say, oh, you shouldn't play the lottery. You shouldn't play the lottery. It's not of God, da 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 da. But then this pastor came back and said, but if you win, I'm coming to your house to get my money. To get your money? What you talking about? Your name ain't on that lottery ticket. Man, you better ride out before you get... Anyway, that's how I feel on the matter. Because, look, man, where I choose to pay my tithes, if I decide to pay my tithes, that's all am I doing. In my opinion, not one church needs all that money. You see churches on all these different corners, and what are they doing? Some of them, I'm not painting the broad stroke. I shouldn't paint the broad strokes. You got some good churches out there doing what they're doing, but basically, to me, everybody's trying to set up their own kingdom. Look at me. This is my church here. Man, get out of here with that, man. It ain't about your church. Y'all supposed to be uplifting this community. Much money running through these different churches, but instead of working with each other, trying to build up the communities and all this other type of stuff, y'all just are after building your own kingdoms. And that drives me crazy, man. I hate these wolves. I hate these sheeps. I hate these false pastors out there lying and deceiving and conniving. And look, if you're a good pastor and you're watching this, I'm not talking about you, because they got some good ones. They got some good ones. I've been looking at this guy, Pastor Stephen Darby. He laying that word. If you see this, props to you. Pastor G. Craig Lewis, props to you. They got some other ones out there too, man, but they got a lot of the wolves, man. They tick me off. So anyway, back to the story. Let's go back to the story. This pastor is claiming that he was having such a hard time that he's on medication. How are you supposed to be helping your congregation, but you on medication because of this mess? And furthermore, if God told you, because there's a part in the story where it claims that God told him that the money was going to come from this woman, that he let her to go, that he led the pastor to go to the woman to ask for the money because the money was going to come. But now all of a sudden, she's reneging. Now, if God told you to go to her, I'll just say it like this: God wasn't going to lead you astray. So you full of that BS. You full of that BS. What you was listening to, you wasn't listening to God. You was listening to your own desires, your own lusts. People make me sick, man. They're always after their own stuff, man. Uh, Pastor Kevin reportedly met with the Powerball winner and ministered to Marie at her house, with the pastor ultimately asking Marie to fund the land that would be the resting place for the retreat. Pastor Matthews told Marie he needed either $1 million, $1.5 million, or $2 million. Come on, bruh. For real? With the pastor claiming that Marie said she'd give him 1.5 to buy the retreat. So it's something he prayed about for years. Pitifulness, man. This stuff is just pitiful. Exactly. There's an article or some comments on the web. Some people calling him a wolf in sheep's clothing. That's how I feel about the situation, man. Why are you kicking the woman while she's down? She's supposed to be your congregant, and you trying to take advantage of her. She already going through hard times, and all you caring about, all you worried about is some money. What kind of example are you setting to your congregation? That's what I'm trying to understand. You know, if you got faith in God that it's going to come through, well then let God work his magic, or let God work his ways. But don't sue this woman. She got enough problems. She got enough problems. I'm ashamed of some of these pastors, man. I'm ashamed of what I'm seeing. This is pitiful. This is pitiful. You know, you wonder why God took his hand off this country, if his hand was ever on this country, if you want to put it that way. But look at the foolishness that's going on. We got the homosexuality running rampant. You got the taking prayer out of schools. You got taking God's name out of everything. You got Jesus being banned from this, banned from that. They say at NASA you can't even mention Jesus in your prayers or something along them lines, something silly. But you know, day in and day out, man, we're just getting further and further. It's the falling away. It's the falling away, and it's here, and it's here. And look, man, before anybody get on this channel trying to talk about, oh, so you think you perfect and this and that, it ain't about being perfect, man, but it's about striving for the mark. And you know, 9 times out of 10, man, I'm looking at a lot of these pastors, and all they worried about is money. You look at these reality show pastors. I ain't even gonna talk on Kurt Franklin, but I wanted to. No, I done brought his name up, so here we go. So you got Kurt Franklin taking pictures with Kanye West, and who was it? Puff Daddy, and some of them other cats was in the studio, and they recording together. Now, what is the profane doing with the supposedly sacred? Come on, man. Y'all, we got to do better, man. We got to do better. Where's the standard? Where's the standard? Where's the standard? But anyway, before I go off into a big old rant, I just say that to say this, man. I ain't about to pray for this pastor because to me he seemed like a wolf. And I'm tired of these wolves, man. And I'm tired of these silly women supporting these crazy pastors. You know, and I'm going to say the silly women because 9 times out of 10 when you see pastors talking this heresy and these crazy doctrines, they ain't got no men in the congregation. And I think that's a surefire sign, for one, if these pastors is out of order. If you don't see no men in there, then you got problems. A man can sniff some BS, and they for sure can understand or recognize, you know, that pimp game. And that's what a lot of them running. They running pimp game. Anyway, y'all be good. Thanks for watching. More videos to come. Let me know what you think. If you think I'm right, you think I'm wrong, whatever. Comment section. Put them down below. Like the video, share the video, all that good stuff, man. I'm out. Peace. Arr.